1. Gold prices drop as dollar strengthens, what you need to know. 2. Gold price update, July 4, 2025, investment tips and market trends. 3. Gold price rises, Trump's tax cuts and tariffs explained. 1. Gold prices drop as dollar strengthens, what you need to know. Gold prices took a dip as the US dollar gained strength, and all eyes are on the looming tariff deadline set by President Donald Trump. Imagine walking through the bustling gold souk in Dubai, where glittering gold bangles catch your eye. Now, picture this, the price of gold is swaying like a pendulum, influenced by global economic tensions and trade negotiations. But here's where it gets controversial. While some see this as a temporary blip, others argue it's a sign of deeper economic uncertainties. Let's break it down. On Monday, gold prices hit a near one-week low. By 11:48 GMT, spot gold had dropped 0.9% to $3,303.93 per ounce, and U.S. gold futures were down 0.9% to $3,313.10. The reason? A stronger U.S. dollar, which makes gold more costly for investors holding other currencies. This might seem straightforward, but it's part of a larger, more complex economic picture. The dollar's rise by 0.2% against other currencies is just the tip of the iceberg. Recent economic data from the U.S. has been surprisingly robust, particularly in job growth. This strength has led to speculation that the Federal Reserve might not need to cut interest rates as aggressively as previously thought. And this is the part most people miss: the Fed's meeting minutes, due later this week, could provide crucial insights into their future rate cut plans. Meanwhile, President Trump has been making waves with his trade policies. He's hinted that the U.S. is on the verge of finalizing several trade deals, with announcements expected in the coming days. But there's a catch: higher tariff rates are set to kick in on August 1st, and Trump has already threatened an additional 10% tariff on countries aligning with the BRICS nations, which he accuses of anti-American policies. This has sparked a heated debate among economists and policymakers. Nitesh Shah, a commodities strategist at Wisdom Tree, offers a nuanced perspective. He suggests that the 90-day period of lower tariffs is ending without significant trade deals, which could lead to a contraction in global trade. This, in turn, could support gold prices in the long run, despite the current dip. It's a complex interplay of factors that even seasoned investors find challenging to navigate. But it's not just gold that's feeling the heat. Spot silver fell 1.9% to $36.22 per ounce, platinum dropped 2.4% to $1,358.17, and palladium lost 1.7% to $1,115.38. These fluctuations highlight the broader impact of economic policies on precious metals. So, what's your take? Do you think the current dip in gold prices is a temporary setback or a sign of deeper economic issues? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's spark a conversation and see where the debate takes us. 2. Gold price update, July 4, 2025, investment tips and market trends. Imagine waking up to the news that the price of gold has hit an all-time high of $3,338 per ounce on July 4, 2025, a staggering $946 increase from just a year ago. But here's where it gets controversial: while gold is often seen as a safe haven investment, it's not always the best choice in every market condition. In fact, during robust economic periods, equities can outperform gold both in the short and long run. But when the economy falters, gold shines as a safer, risk-averse asset, viewed more as a store of value than a traditional investment. For those looking to invest in gold, a gold IRA is a popular choice, offering portfolio stability during turbulent markets. But what does spot gold mean, and how does it affect the price? And what about the price spread in gold trading? These are the details that most people miss. If you're considering investing in gold, you have several options: gold bars, coins, jewelry, futures contracts, or gold funds. Each has its advantages and disadvantages. But is it a good time to invest in gold? With prices climbing over 25% since early 2025 due to persistent inflation and economic uncertainty, many experts recommend adding gold to diversify your portfolio. And this is the part most people miss: while gold is generally less volatile than silver, it's still subject to frequent price fluctuations. So, if you're ready to dive into the world of gold investment, make sure you're comfortable with the volatility. What do you think? Is gold a good investment for you, or do you prefer to stick with more traditional assets? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 3. Gold price rises, Trump's tax cuts and tariffs explained. Gold's weekly surge amid fiscal concerns. Gold prices saw a slight increase on Friday, setting the stage for a potential weekly gain. This uptick comes in the wake of U.S. President Donald Trump's tax cut and spending bill successfully passing through Congress, which has raised significant concerns regarding fiscal responsibility. As of 2:21 GMT, the price of spot gold rose by 0.1%, reaching $3,329.67 per ounce, marking a 1.7% increase for the week. In contrast, U.S. gold futures experienced a minor decline of 0.1%, settling at $3,339.30. The tax legislation championed by Trump cleared its final obstacle in Congress on Thursday. This bill is designed to fund his immigration policies, make the tax cuts from 2017 permanent, and introduce new tax breaks that were promised during his 2024 campaign. Merrick's analyst Edward Mayer pointed out that this legislation does not contribute to improving the fiscal situation in the U.S. He stated, "In the long run, this should be bearish for the dollar and bullish for gold." This perspective is supported by the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, which estimates that the new legislation could add a staggering $3.4 trillion to the national debt over the next decade, which currently stands at $36.2 trillion. In addition, recent labor market data revealed that U.S. companies added an unexpected 147,000 jobs in June, while the unemployment rate dropped to 4.1%. This positive news strengthens the argument for the Federal Reserve to maintain steady interest rates. Trump also announced that letters detailing tariff rates on imports would start being dispatched on Friday, indicating a departure from previous commitments to negotiate individual trade agreements. Mayer warned, "If Trump insists on July 9 as a critical deadline and reinstates these tariffs, we could see a weakening of the dollar, which may drive gold prices higher." Earlier this year, on April 2, Trump had introduced reciprocal tariffs ranging from 10% to 50%, later reducing most rates to 10% until July 9 to facilitate negotiations. Gold, often viewed as a safe haven asset during times of geopolitical and economic uncertainty, tends to thrive in environments with low interest rates. In the broader market, spot silver fell by 0.5% to $36.66 per ounce, while platinum saw a rise of 0.7% to $1,376.67. Conversely, palladium experienced a decline of 0.6%, settling at $1,130.60. But here's where it gets controversial. With the ongoing debates about fiscal responsibility and the implications of these tax cuts, how do you think this will affect the economy in the long run? Will gold continue to rise as a safe investment, or are we overlooking potential risks? Share your thoughts in the comments.